Howdy, hey, hi, Spaceman Josh here, and welcome to Stellaris. So, Orion has been getting a bit iffy. There isn't as much left that I can do. I may go back to it at some point, but for now, I wanted to jump into a new game. And so I have opened up and we are looking at Stellaris. I have never, ever played this game before, but the graphics look awesome. So, let's go ahead and see if there's anything. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, Select Empire. Yes, it's one of those Civilization-esque games. Okay. Use the United Nations of Earth. Earth's stupid, though. Let's check out some of these other ones. From Unity. That sounds like a cool name. One's a military dictatorship. There's a Tzin Empire from Tanzania. Kingdom of Yandarim from Yandarim. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Really interesting. Okay, that's creepy. A holy tribunal. Oh, so I actually should probably also pay attention to some of this stuff. The Trade League, Divine Empire, Star Empire. Monarchy, Republic, Statoscopy. Yeah, said that wrong. Military junta. What's a junta? Holds an election every 20 years to select a new ruler. The Blorg commonality. The Blorg. I almost want to play this just for the fact that it sounds close to Borg. Let's actually try to see some of this stuff. Beacon of Liberty. Monthly unity plus 15%. Citizen population happiness plus 5%. Trade value plus 10%. Influence gain. That might be helpful. I don't know anything about this game at all. I don't know what's useful and what's not. Humanoid. Adaptive. Ooh. Nomadic. Wasteful. Yeah. There's the nationalistic zeal, war exhaustion gain minus 10%, claim influence cost minus 10%, fleet command limit plus 10, admiral level cap plus 1, that might be useful, xenophobe, can you purge aliens, can enslave aliens, decreased opinion of all for other species, cannot give aliens full citizenship. Okay. And just gonna move on now. Police state. Reminds me of something else. Slaver guilds. Oof. Authoritarian. Fanatic militaristic. Yeah, probably don't want to go with this one. Kingdom, but what's this one? Imperial cult. This society has a dominant state religion where the ruler is worshipped as a living deity. Yeah, it's a cult. Edict duration, government ethics attraction, aristocratic elite as enriched nobility that occupies the upper echelons of society. Governor level cap increased by 1. Capital buildings replace some administrator jobs with nobles can construct noble estates. Buildings that add additional noble jobs. Okay. Fanatic spiritualistic. Okay. Pacifists. So first thing I noticed there, a corporate dominion is dominated by a mega corporation that's completely supplanted the role of the state. Disney. Okay. Exalted priesthood, efficient bureaucracy. Fanatic xenophobe, increased opinion for other species, cannot use no refugees, cannot enslave entire species, cannot displace aliens. Or xenophile, that's what, sorry, I said xenophobe, xenophile. Fanatic xenophile. Trade value, dramatic influence cost minus 50%. Spiritualists cannot build temple buildings, cannot use full AI rights policy. Let's see, population growth from immigration minus 15. Resettlement cost is more. That might... I don't know if that's good or bad. Enduring leader lifespan plus 20 years. Conservationalist. Okay. Resilient. That might be helpful. This one seems like one of the best ones right now. It's slow breeders, indigenous, or ingenious. That's not. It's ingenious. Yeah, this is ingenious. Energy credits from jobs plus 15%. Camino. Strong, but they're slow breeders. Population growth minus 10%. Environmentalist minus 10% on usual stuff. Ruler level cap plus 2. It's an elective monarchy. Holds an election upon ruler's death to select a new ruler. That's an interesting way to go about it. Allows stratified economy living standards. Can enslave aliens. Cannot use democratic government forms. Fanatic pacifist. Must use defensive wars only policy. And cannot engage in indiscriminate orbital bombardment. So essentially, these people are very they're very tough, but they're very against fighting. Free Haven. They're weak. Ooh. Natural socialists. Charismatic. Spatial, pacifist, xenophile. These are basically the kind of beings that humans tend to strive to be, in a sense. I mean, these two maybe not so much, but like a lot of these, like environmentalists, we want to try to be those. Doesn't exactly work out that way. One selection every 10 years to select a new ruler. Citizens stratocracy. I don't remember what that means. There's an oil archy, so... Warrior culture. Ooh, the Cleavons. Citizen service. Soldiers also reduce 2 unity naval capacity, increased by 15%. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Cannot use autocratic government types. Allows utopian living standards. Fanatic militarist. Cannot use the no retreat war doctrine. So if you get into a war, you will not retreat. That seems a bit iffy. Solitary. Okay. I can't pronounce that word. I'm tired. Can't brain. Traditional. Very strong. And the blog. Commonality. Free Haven. Distinguished Admiralty. Ship fire rate plus 10%. Admiral level cap plus 1. Fleet command limit plus 10. Fanatic Xenophile. I like the Fanatic Xenophile stuff. Militarist. Cannot use the no retreat. Dang it. Claim influence cost minus 10%. Ship fire rate plus 10%. They're nomadic. Venerable. But they're solitary and repugnant. Also, that motion is just disturbing. Let's see. I kind of like these two. I might go with these ones. Once I click on this, nothing happens. An individual. Okay, let's try this one. Select. Whoa. Game details, galaxy size. Let's go for huge, because I don't know what I'm doing. Galaxy type, elliptical, ring, spiral, 4 arms, or 2 arms. Ring galaxy, those are actually pretty rare. I want to go with the ring galaxy. AI empires, I'm learning what I'm doing, so let's hit somewhere between 7 and 15. Actually, no, let's do somewhere between 4 and 9, because I don't know what I'm doing. Advanced AI starts. This controls how many of the regular AI empires will start with an initial advantage in the research, technology, and population. They do not gain any additional... We're going to assume that this is a brand new galaxy and only Yeah, we're all starting at the same time. Fallen empires. Ooh. The fallen empires are allowed to spawn in the galaxy are ancient precursor civilizations that start with advanced technology and powerful fleets, but are not allowed to expand or build new ships. Let's randomize between 1 and 2. Tech traditional cost. How quickly technology traditions are gained. Or have worlds. There's a chance the planet is in the Goldilocks zone of a solar system being habitable. The higher it is, the more habitable worlds in the galaxy contain overall. I'm gonna... Primitive civilizations. Mostly prevalent of primitive civilizations in the galaxy. The higher it is, the more likely you are to encounter primitives. Crisis strength that controls the fleet strength of endgame crises. So essentially, the bigger this number, the harder the endgame will be. The mid-game start year. Endgame start year. This controls in which the earliest year that endgame events such as crises and violent empires awakening can occur. Let's put this farther down the road. We'll say 2700. Mid-game start year. Mid-game events such as machine uprisings and horde crisis can occur. Yeah, 2300 sounds about right. Victory year. This controls at which year the game will end with the highest scoring empire being the winter. It is possible to keep playing past this year. Setting the slider to its maximum setting will disable time to victory altogether. So what's the lowest you can have, the highest you can have? 3200. So 500 years of just endgame crises. Whoever's on top. That sounds interesting. Difficulty Ensign. There's Ensign, Captain, Commodore, Admiral, Grand Admiral, Cadet. I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't want to play Cadet, so I'm going to put on Ensign. Scaling difficulty. When this is enabled, any AI bonuses from the difficulty settings are scaled up over time, starting at 0 and reaching maximum at the end game start year. So essentially it just gets harder and harder as it goes along. I'm not going to turn that on just yet. Maybe in a different game. Maybe in another run through after I know what I'm doing. AI aggressiveness. I love that you can set that. We're all respectful, evolved beings. We're going to try to be diplomatic before we just try killing everything. Empire placement. That's whether empires should spawn in clusters or randomly placed across the galaxies. Yeah, it's going to be random. We don't know where we're all going. This isn't planned. Advanced neighbors. Whether empires with advanced AI stats are permitted to spawn near a player. Hyperlane density. Multiple as the standard number of hyperplanes that will be generated in the galaxy. Sounds interesting and can mix up some interesting gameplay, so I'm going to bring that to 1.5. Abandoned gateways. I don't know what those are, so that's just going to sit at 1. Wormhole pairs. Ooh, wormholes. The standard number of wormhole pairs that will be generated in the galaxy. This is going to 1.75. And guaranteed habitable worlds. How many habitable planets of the same planet class as your homeworld are guaranteed to spawn close to your starting system? Turning this off would mean that you will find no habitable worlds near your homeworld at all. Yeah, I'm going to keep that at 2. Carabiners. Spawning of carabiners, space-based traders who send out fleets across the galaxy to offer you great deals. Iron Man mode. In Iron Man mode, console cheats are disabled, and this game is automatically saved regularly to a single fire in games played with the setting there is no turning back. Yeah, let's do Iron Man mode. I don't know what I'm doing, so I might as well. Let's do this. 15 minutes in, just give or take, and we're just now starting the game. Loading map graphics. If graphics are anything consistent with sort of the drawings that have been going on the loading screens, I'm excited. Well, this is decent. Jetma Dominion. Ooh, traits. Tundra presence. I'm not going to read all of that, but that looks interesting. Ingenious. Oh yeah, all this stuff. Civics. In the eons since the first primitive Jehetma communities took shape of the windy plains of Jehet Prime, our civilization has spread and prospered. The early chaotic periods of our history saw many nation-states vying with each other for power, until we were at last united under the strongest of these. Only when guided by a single vision could we reach our full potential, and an era of stability and scientific prowess followed. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane Network, the finest minds of the Dominion have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves have been finally within our grasp. Hyperdrives are not good.
Peace be with you, Your Majesty. I am Veer, a prototype synthetic intelligence. My task will be to assist and advise you as we venture beyond the safety of our homeworld for the first time in history.
Okay. Tell me everything.
An excellent decision. You will have my full support. Building a star empire can be a daunting task. To help get things started, I will be providing instructional missions that cover the basic steps necessary to establish ourselves as a successful interstellar power.
Cool. Fully survey a neighboring star system. I have added it as an entry to the situation log. To access it, click on the situation log button in the left section of the top bar or press F2. Contact, situation log, market, planets and sectors. Ooh. Expansion planner. Ooh. Policies, edicts. Traditions and relics. Ship designer, fleet manager, technology, factions, claims, species, leaders. This seems like a fairly fleshed out game. Ooh. I don't know what any of this means. I'm assuming this is our home planet, yeah, and shipyards. I'm assuming this is a shipyard where we build ships. This is one of the fleets. And then this is civilian ships, construction and science. Cool. Oh, ooh. I like this. This is cool. I definitely like this. Yeah. Situation log.
The situation log displays a list of all currently available special projects, archaeology sites, and various other points of interest. New items will likely appear as we begin exploring the galaxy.
Cool. Select our science ship either by clicking on the ship itself or by selecting the vessel in the outliner. Then click on the survey button in the fleet interface. Open the galaxy map and select a non-surveyed system with a hyperlink connection to our home system. Our science ship will now plot a course to survey all planetary bodies within this system. Okay. Science.
This is our science ship, which is used to survey astronomical objects such as planets in a star system. A planet needs to be surveyed in order to make its resources visible.
Okay. The shine sip solution. Okay. So, there's a button here somewhere. Ship details, disband, go to, disband, deselect, fleet sense, resource anomaly, survey. Okay, so let's go that way. Cool. What now? What can the construction ship do?
This is our construction ship, which is used to construct space stations.
Cool.
When an astronomical object, such as a planet, has been surveyed, we can order this ship to build a research station or a mining station to exploit any resources it may have.
Cool. Let's zoom in a bit. Is there a way that I can actually like move around this? Because I can't. I haven't figured that one out yet. What happens if I press? Oh, it's these buttons. Haha. So there seems to be 3 science. There's. I see symbols. I don't know what they mean, but they look interesting. Diamonds? Rings or what are these? By Trade Hub. Ooh. Cool. What can I have us do? Build starbase, build a mining station, build a research station, observation post, or fleet stance. current fleet stance is set to evasive. The fleet will attempt to return to the nearest friendly starbase when hostile targets enter the same system. Yeah. That sounds about what I wanted you to do. Our planet is inhabited by primitive civilization to study their society. Build a research station to collect physics and research it. Just end it there and it'll be funny. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm a bit more jumpy than I'm supposed to be. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want, you can also hit the bell. It'll turn on notifications, let you know right when I upload. If you want, there's also now a YouTube video that the algorithm thinks is the best for you to watch off my channel. Other than that, thank you for chatting with me today. Spaceman Josh, out.